Hi folks, I'm Arkush here for the Chicago Sun-Times with our Bears breakdown of the Bears' 38-31 victory over the Cleveland Browns. And the takeaways from this game are pretty simple. Mark Trestman and his coaching staff were right. The move to Jay Cutler made sense. I know might have been a little scary early with those two interceptions, but that's what Jay Cutler does. He actually had one of his best games of the season, third best game of the year in passer efficiency with a 102.2 rating. And this idea that he started out rusty, he actually completed his first 9 passes. Of course, that fourth one was to the wrong team, but he was 8 of 9 on his first 9 throws, and he finished very good on the day. I take a look at the player of the game, though, and I'm going to go defense for a change. We haven't done that a lot with the Chicago Bears, but cornerback Zach Bowman is filling in for Charles Peanut Tillman. He had an outstanding game on Monday night against the Cowboys, and now he comes in with 2 interceptions, including the pick 6 that was a big point in the game. As a matter of fact, I'll call it the turning point. I'll get back to that in just a moment. But also, you look at Josh Gordon of the Cleveland Browns came into this game as the single most productive player in the NFL, and Zach Bowman and Tim Jennings, they held him to just 2 catches for 24 yards the first 59 minutes of the game before the meaningless 43-yard touchdown at the end. Now, that turning point I talked about, yeah, Cutler had bounced back fairly well. They got to halftime tied at 10. The offense was starting to get some momentum, but when the defense put points on the board for the first time in what seemed like forever, courtesy of that Zach Bowman interception in return for a touchdown, that was when the whole team, the whole sideline got energized, and the offense really took off from there, particularly started dominating on the ground with the running game and got very, very physical. So what are our takeaways from this game? Well, the Bears are going to look good against bad football teams like the Cleveland Browns. The defense, we can't really celebrate 24 points. I know there was 31, but of course the Browns had a pick 6 too. We can't blame the Bears defense for that. 24 points, a little bit better. Yeah, they held the Browns to 93 yards on the ground, but when you realize they only average 85, even the Browns actually did a little better than usual running the ball against the Bears. So it's nothing to get excited about with a much tougher game this week in Philadelphia, but the fact that the Bears, in a must-win situation, played one of their better games of the season on the road against one of the best defenses they've seen all year and still put up 440 yards and 31 points from the offense, 38 in total. A pretty good showing for your Chicago Bears. 8-6 now, must win in Philadelphia this Sunday. We'll get to that one down the road. That'll do it for our Bears breakdown of the Browns game. For all the best in sports, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, be sure and stay at ChicagoSunTimes.com.